Good evening. Today I wanted to go over an equity that looks interesting, and that's Arch Coal. It's called Arch Resources. The coal companies all went bankrupt a while back. I guess that would have been around 2016, and they all came out recapitalized. And Arch Coal was one of them. Consol was one of them. CEIX, BTU is another one. I forgot what the name was on that. Peabody. That's right, Peabody Energy. So on Arch Coal, starting from the monthly chart, you can see that we got up to this 1.618 level and we've been consolidating. And the momentum is still higher. You still have a crossover on the MACD with the slow line above, the fast line above the slow line and well above the zero line. When you take it down to a weekly, you see that we've been consolidating for a while, and that just means that the both of the lines are close to the zero line. But again, we did just recently get a crossover on the MACDs here, and you can take it down further to a daily, and you see that this has been chopping since May. So it's about 7, 8, 9 months that it's been chopping. And just looking at the trend line here, you can see that we broke it, came back below it, and if we blow this up further, this is what I like the best about it. Is this last little move down. It was this little move down right here. When we broke above it, we basically just retested down and then came up here. And Floyd Mayweather, I doubt that's his real name, had asked about volume. And this is one of the areas I like to use volume with the colors. The bright green bars mean an up bar with volume higher than the previous bar. A dark green bar would be an up bar with volume less than the previous bar. And the same thing with the reds. So we can basically see, from here, this volume is the biggest we've seen since July of last year. And we had kind of 3 days of accelerating volume on these 3 days here. And that makes a good impulse, breaking the downtrend line on solid volume. And then when you look at the consolidation, there's not a single bright red bar. There's only these two dark red bars, which indicate they're pulling back on lower volume, which is consistent with an upside breakout. And then as we start moving up again, we are getting accelerating volume with these bright green bars. So this is something that I think has potential, breaking out from this downtrend here. And also just from noticing lately, Arch Coal tends to go opposite of the market. I think some of these energy plays are being looked at as, global crisis, Ukraine, East versus West, whatever things people are worrying about out there. Coal is one of those things that is moving with those fears. In terms of looking for a target on the breakout, well, first we need to, get above this day here, and then we need to get above this horizontal. That is the downside of any downward slanting breakout, is that you're always going to have the horizontal as resistance. But there's just different checkpoints to note, and each of these checkpoints, as we hit them, I'm going to be watching the volume to see if that confirms that this is a strong move. Going back to the monthly, we could, let's throw on the 2.618 to give us our next target. And let's see, apply. And bigger picture, you can see that this is where it IPO'd. It had its IPO dip, came up here, consolidated for a few weeks, and then broke out to new highs. And now it's consolidating. It's been consolidating for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months. And we're breaking out at this point. So I guess 9 months. And then this is March. So we're starting to break out. And the upside target, the first one, would be the 2.618, which is up here at about $234. So for kind of an indecisive market, this is a good looking equity that has support, and fundamentally it's ridiculously cheap, but that's the way cyclical stocks go at the end of a cycle too, so you can't always rely on that. So anyway, today I thought this would be an interesting thing to look at. If you have any questions, drop them in there and I will take a look at them. Thank you.